911 Nashville is the newest first responder drama on ABC. It's good entertainment, but how realistic is it? A real 911 dispatcher, experienced firefighter paramedic, and an authentic cop sit down to watch your favorite show to say what they got right, what they got wrong, what they got hilarious. Stick with us to the end for insights on how changing TV shows reflect real-life attitudes in society. This is the Comm Center. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for more real first responder content like this. We're going to review an episode of Nashville 911, which is a brand new show on ABC. Joining us to give us expertise on both firefighters and paramedic stuff is Chief Kief from One More and I'm Out of Here. Kief, you've been a firefighter in Ohio, which some people call a poor man's Michigan, for a long time. How long have you been doing that, and how close are you to retirement?
So 25 years or 24 and a half years, and I've got 2 years left till I can officially go. Yesterday was 2 years exactly.
We're going to watch this episode. It just came out. It's a brand new show. It's the third installment of the much-loved 911 series. Fair use doctrine. Just a reminder to our friends at both YouTube and Disney, we will be using this video for parody and educational purposes. 911 Nashville is a first responder drama built around large-scale emergencies in and around Nashville. Tornado strikes, festival collapses, wrecks, and chaotic 911 calls that drive most of the action. The story centers on Captain Don Hart, played by Chris O'Donnell, who leads Station 113, and Blue Bennings, his new firefighter who used to be a stripper, and the unexpected connection he has to Hart, which adds tension to the firehouse.
What is it burning up in here? I think we better call the fire department to bring us a big hose. Show some love, the Captain Smoke Show.
That's right. The star of the show is a firefighter who used to be a stripper. So I know, Kief, I know that you love this part as a 27-year firefighter and as a 10-year stripper. What you just missed in that episode was that he came out and did his show, and there was a woman in a wheelchair there, and the woman in the wheelchair could not see the show, so he came over and gave her some personal attention. And here's the fallout from that. And Drew, as a former club owner, we will ask you how realistic that is.
Yeah, gave her a lap dance. Can't do that inside the city limits.
Is that true? Can you really not give a lap dance as a police officer and as a detective? Is that true? At the inside city limits, you cannot give a lap dance.
I could tell you for quite a long time, there was a constitutional challenge here in Tampa, something known as the 6-foot rule. And it was right before Super Bowl 25, if I'm not mistaken, where
I think a make room for Jesus rule, but go ahead.
It is. It was save room for the Holy Ghost because there were, so Tampa, so you'll know, had the most strip clubs per capita, either in the United States, if not the world.
You could turn that smile into a frown at any time there.
Okay, turn that frown upside down. But here's the thing, too. This is, I don't want to upset anybody, but this is the forced inclusivity of network television. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Kiefer, you're a firefighter.
Kiefer, you hate people in wheelchairs. You would never do a personal show for someone in a wheelchair, would you?
They smell funny. It's weird.
When you were stripping, did you make sure that you were you always this inclusive?
Well, when my stripping career was at the Husky bar, because I'm not really built for a stripper. I don't have the stripper's frame, but
that shows you it was the 90s, because now it's just the Chubs.
That was the name of the club. How'd you know? But no, it's
we could have a stripper episode later.
They were bullying her, Mick. I'm not going to apologize for being a human being.
You're not a human being. You're a set of abs. Pull a stunt like that again, and you're done. Go get oiled up. Got a bachelorette party coming in.
Stripper with a heart of gold about to have a fateful encounter.
Can I tell you that my goal in life is to be told you ain't a human being? You're a set of abs.
God, I would love to get to that point. If only I could be a set of abs, I would forfeit my humanity to be a piece of abs.
It rolls right back to what I said. I have one ab.
There you go. Kief, this is the incoming Bachelorette party. You are not only a firefighter, but you're also a paramedic, I believe. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. So what we're about to see is a depiction of an acute medical emergency, acute onset. I want you to use your many years of medical experience to help me understand, just from sight alone, what could be happening to this Bachelorette party goer. What do you think's happening so far? Possibly choking? Maybe something more acute?
Could be choking, could be anaphylaxis, allergic reaction of some type. I don't know. I didn't get a whole lot of evidence there. So
It wasn't a lot, but it was good acting. We'll keep going.
Amy, I think my friend's having a heart attack. Girl, oh my God.
Possible heart attack. Is that something that you see in people her age, women her age? What kind of symptoms do they normally present? Do they just grab their throat like that?
not typically, but with this being a bachelorette party and it being in Nashville, I'm going to go with uncontrolled vomiting.
All right. Possible uncontrolled vomiting. Drew, you can have a thought, I guess. Go ahead.
I want to ask, is this the dispatcher or is this the pedicab bartenders?
No, this show's called 911, so it's actually not about 911 dispatchers.
Okay. I was
It's like real life.
confused by her headset.
It really is.
I guess, like, if you're choking, wouldn't it be like, don't you have, isn't this the international over choking?
Universal.
It's international, like you can't choke on the moon. It's the universal side of choking.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
Let's see what's going on. This is the first chance for a possible hero to rise up to respond to one of the worst things that can possibly happen.
Go, are you okay? Are you okay? Breathe. Papa, get her some air.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's how bad the show is. Or anyone stops to think that we will be taking this shit seriously.
Right.
The first acute medical emergency is gas.
Horrible gas.
And Kiefer, you probably would have just started fanning her, correct? Before anything.
Absolutely. That's how I treat every patient at first.
Next her, she just started fanning her.
But he's got a little duty fan in his vest, though.
It's like one of those whoosh, where it flips out, and I just sit there and just
red line. It's got a red line on it.
correct.
So here's the real emergency of this scenario, which we'll now call scenario A.
Okay.
The driver has left the pedal pub behind, and the vehicle's now in motion again. Kiefer is someone who only travels through the city on a pedal pub. I know this must terrify you.
Mhm.
Here we go. You can see that it's rolling away. The driver is attempting to catch up, but now they're careening at high speed. But there's Blue, our heart of gold stripper firefighter.
911, what's your emergency?
Oh, there's John.
Bachelors are bleeding all over Broadway.
Bachelors are bleeding all over Broadway.
It happens every weekend.
You do get extra points when your 911 calls are fully alliterative. Kiefer, what kind of injuries are you expecting here? They're going to be bad, right?
Well, yeah, that sudden stop at the end is usually the one that causes the injuries, but a lot of blunt force trauma lacerations.
All right, let's check it out. The bride-to-be is trapped under the overturned cab.
This fucking guy.
He's a stripper, just as a reminder.
What do we do?
You gotta stop the bleeding.
Would you stop?
I got an idea.
What is that?
Stripper oil.
I love not knowing exactly what I'm walking into in this because this is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, just for the record, we have a lot of pockets in our turnout gear. I do not carry stripper oil or any oil of any type. Just FYI.
WD-40 at least for this situation.
Yeah.
I might start now. I mean, shit, they're teaching me something. This is like training. I'm going to write it down for an hour of continuing ed.
Is this by the way, Speed 3, Becca's Last Stand?
Yeah, I think that's probably what we're destined for as soon as Sandra Bullock's career can fall so low.
Yeah.
But apparently she's just barely trapped under this thing to the point where greasing her up a little bit is what's going to get her out of there.
Well,
She does have a more serious injury, though, Kief, which is probably where your actual commentary will begin.
What kind of fireman are you?
Is This is a good idea. Like, first of all, I'm probably
moving
going
that thing around.
I'm going to end up blurring that, but obviously, like, she has a huge laceration, and we don't know about neck injuries at all, but we're just going to start yanking on her and pull her on out of there. That's the right thing to do, right?
That's exactly how we do it. Jesus.
Did you want to tell us what you would exactly do in this situation instead?
No, we would definitely, I mean, we'd be stabilizing. We would obviously be calling for someone other than a fireman stripper, get a little bit more help there, get the cab off of her leg, and looking at it, looks like it's on her thigh. We would, the way it's bleeding, I would put a tourniquet on.
Very good. All right, let's go. Let's see if that's realistic.
Help me lay her flat on her back. I gotta make a tourniquet.
Oh, there you go.
A little bit tighter. There we go. Lock her down. Start giving first aid.
Thought you said dispatch said the first one's here.
They did.
Well, then who the hell is that?
That's Captain Smoke Show.
We'll take over from here, firefighter.
I'm not a firefighter. I'm a dancer. I did the best I could.
Well, you did great.
Kief, have you ever told anyone on seeing a lay rescuer that they did great? I find that to be one of the most preposterous parts of this episode.
Maybe after everything's settled down and it's a civilian that's like freaked out. Hey, you did the right thing. You did a good job. All right, now I've got other shit to do.
Chief Kief, I mean no offense by this, but I'm going to start calling you Captain Shit Show.
Please do.
I'm just going to call you Jason because this is a respectful podcast.
Check the wound. BP is low. 82/50. We're losing her, Doc. We need to start pushing fluids into her now. Pulse is still feeling faint. Wake up, Molly. Come on, kid, come on.
At one point, they say I cut this out for brevity's sake, but her blood pressure is something like 82/55. A sternum rub will pull you right out of that, right?
Absolutely.
What do you think the fanning was for? This is that Bringer's lactate situation from Emergency, isn't it?
Oh my God. You're pulling it out of the archives, Drew.
Best squad ever. All right, she's back.
Where the hell did you learn to
Like
do that?
I mean, a lifeguard in the summer.
All right, well, you got talent, man. If you ever want to make a career shift, you let us know.
Would you offer that man a job?
No.
Ain't that right, Dad?
You?
All right, so we're on our next scenario. This one will bother me the most. We're at a party in the park. Where did it go?
What is it? It's a kite. We're in a park, so.
A kite. You really went old school.
All right, so they're obviously going to teach her how to fly the kite in the park. I think we all know where this is going. We've all seen this hundreds of times in our career. And here she goes. A gust of wind rises up. Too strong.
Oh, you.
911, what's your emergency? My niece is flying through the sky.
Okay. I hate to say this, but that's realistic. Why? Because the person just fucking screams out what's happening before they
Right.
tell me what's going on.
The only thing, and I've never seen anything like this in my career, but and I literally just watched this documentary of, and Drew, you might remember it. John, maybe, I don't know. It's probably 10, 15 years ago. Some weirdo dad was building the helium spaceship, and the kid climbed in it and it took off.
Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy, yeah.
Or whatever it was called. I mean, it was something.
Like that.
I remember, I'll never forget. I was getting new tires that day, and I was sitting at the tire place I couldn't do anything else but watch, like, as Colorado, Denver's like, there's a child up there.
That's where it was. I couldn't remember where. I knew it was out west. I couldn't remember where. And then he was just up in the attic.
Yeah, he was just sleeping in his bed.
The whole damn state's up in arms, but that's the only thing I could even remotely compare that to.
Well, I remember the poor newscasters who like try to think, like, can he even breathe in a helium filled thing or whatever? And
if you all think back to that may very well be, if I'm remembering this right, the first time they used the term viral to describe like a media event.
Yeah, I think
I remember I remember the police response. Police all over the city were begging to open fire with their sidearms at the bubble to bring down safely the little boy.
Okay, ma'am, can you tell me exactly where you are and what's going on?
We're at Centennial Park at the Parthenon. We were flying a kite and she just took off.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's all my fault.
Okay, I need to see what you're looking at. I'm inviting you to a video call.
Okay, here.
This is also realistic.
Yeah.
Where a 911 dispatcher can send a link to someone who's dialed 911, and with their permission, we can now use their phone to see what they see.
Oh dear. Okay, ma'am, help is on the way, but in the meantime, we need to figure out a way to catch her. Does anybody have a blanket?
Patty, do you have a blanket? No, we don't have one.
It's okay. Stay calm for me. There.
I played center field back in high school.
The reason why they're using this technique is because there's no way for them to show a child flying through the sky at a park even close to realistically. So they have to say, well, we'll just show like the bottom portion of her feet on a dialogue window on a screen. And you could see every single person that's at the park is reacting to nothing. You know, the two scenes are not even digitally overlaid or anything. They realized when making this episode, the effects department is like, well, there's no way that we could show this with anything that will. It doesn't matter how big the budget is or how good computers get. This can never be shown realistically because of how preposterous the situation is. Let's see how the dispatcher handles this everyday scenario.
The tablecloth. Y'all can use it as a net.
Patty, Tom, the tablecloth. She says to use it as a net.
Go right! Go right! I said go right!
That was all right! We need plan B!
All right, so the blanket has blown away. So now
it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas at my grandma's house when I was younger.
So now
everybody yelling at each other.
The blanket has blown away. So now they need a plan B. They cannot retrieve the blanket, the tablecloth. It's gone. The one realistic part about this is that someone will call, and it's probably not this preposterous, but they're so overwhelmed by the situation that they can't overcome it themselves. They need advice. They're asking us what to do. So something that is remotely normal about this situation is that someone dials 911 and they want to be told how to fix a problem.
I got to be honest, though. In the writer's room, I think I would have proposed, no. When they grab the tablecloth, they take off.
Yeah, no, that would be great if all of a sudden you had two more airborne aircraft.
Yeah, it's a sky fight, basically, now.
Yeah. We also have to remember, I think this is at least the third 911 show. I think there's 911, and then I think there's like 911 Lone Star for Texas.
Yeah, there's one in Texas. Yeah, the Texas one, and then this one.
Right. So you got to remember that just like Law and Order, with every episode that has to be more shocking and preposterous than the one before in order to maintain ratings.
So be NATO. This fall, they will go where no first responders have gone before.
911, what is your emergency?
Straight with the crazy, but let's see how the dispatcher continues to handle this rather normal incident.
Okay, I have another idea y'all can try.
Okay, well, what do we use?
Get all those folks to link arms. We're gonna form a human net.
Everybody circle up! Circle up!
Okay, have them grab the wrist of the person across from them.
Everybody grab each other's wrists and don't let go!
Okay, guys. Because big groups of people listen that well.
Yeah.
Yes. That was something I was going to comment on. You can't get one person to listen to you when you give instructions over the phone. Okay, I want you to kneel beside them, tilt the head up, and then hard and fast in the center of the chest, directly between the nipples, about 2 times per second, or whatever the instructions are. Can't get them to do that, let alone, hey, I want you to coordinate a flock of people into performing a complicated mobile rescue net with their arms.
All you would hear in the background is, Annette? Who's Annette? Why do you keep yelling about Annette?
My grandma Annette died 30 years ago.
I hate Annette.
You would be hearing something like that, but not only that, but like sometimes you also get people who will argue that the advice is bad. And I don't think this is good advice because, I mean, this girl is at least moving 80 miles an hour. I mean, you have to do that to maintain flight.
But, John, that's in your dispatch. It's in your protocol, though, right? Like if you If you had to look up in your database of girl trapped on kite, would it not include the last step, which would be form a human chain? Grab the person's forearm in front of you, and form a human chain.
No, I mean, it's my fault because, I'm just the 10 years that I've been doing these exact situations, I just haven't paid very close attention. I will say, though, trying to make this serious is that we do get presented with many unusual situations that there is no protocol for, and we have to, unfortunately, come up with sort of ad hoc advice for how to deal with things. And a good 911 dispatcher will be able to solve real problems. However, it's impossible to unpack that idea using this as an example because it's so preposterous.
We call it at our firehouse, we call it the Peyton Manning, the Audible, the Omaha. Yeah. So it's like if you have to, if our ladder truck, which has a pump on it, but we typically run as just a ladder, but if we're going to be pulling hose lines off of it, the officer will just kind of yell out Omaha, and we know, all right, we're grabbing a hose line versus just doing the ladder work. And that's like that's serious shit. But this is just, it's so funny because, John, I know you turned to page 402 in your notebook to pull up the net scenario, the human net scenario, and the fact that the kid's going left and right and, east, west, north, south, and you're going to have all these people running together. It's amazing.
I know I can coordinate things so much easier than just telling them to grab the tablecloth. I mean, if that's literally what we're going to do is catch her in this manner, then that's what we're going to do. In real life, if I've got some girl somehow flying around the park, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to waste time giving advice. I know that when she comes down, she's going to have traumatic injuries. I'm just going to start briefing ambulance, fire, and first responders, which includes police officers, to let them know we're about to have a little girl with traumatic injuries, and I don't know how bad yet because she hasn't landed yet.
You got to advise mom to call the FAA and let them know that there's something in the sky that did not register a flight plan.
Yeah, they'll be calling me to tell me that it's some sort of bizarre drone, and then
the realistic part of this, though, too, John, for people to understand is that, everybody complains about when the dispatcher's short or curt or whatever, but this is not that far out of the realm of the phone calls that they would get. So you're expected to go from cat in a tree to, oh my God, a helicopter just crashed through my pickup truck and my father is cut in half. And the dispatcher is supposed to know everything in between and without any warning react to what to react to the girl flying with Kite.
Yeah. And with that, you have people that are on the phone that you're expecting a picture to be painted to you through words. And, obviously they're in hysterics through no fault of their own because most people don't see or hear the stuff that we hear.
Right.
So to be able to paint that picture, and it's the same thing with a police officer responding via radio call or us responding, getting dispatched. I'm either looking at a computer screen and looking at John's notes that he's given to me of what he's getting from them, but then I'm trying to paint my own picture. But does my picture look exactly like John's? That's the difference. Like, that's the hard part.
Yeah, it's a big game of literal telephone where a person will say something and then it comes through me, and then it could change a lot. And I don't know. But the other thing that's unrealistic about this depiction is that it's calm and organized, even in the midst of this chaos. But let's continue because we've got way more to handle.
Yeah.
Over here.
Say it again.
I don't know how they knew right where she would land. It doesn't. But anyway. Everything turned out. Now we've got a little bit more drama about horses and stuff, but it was about.
Y'all can stop what you're doing, gather around. I'd like to introduce Blue Bennings. He's our new cadet.
Is this how you introduce a cadet at the fire hall, Kief?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, depending.
Boy, firefighters are a lot more friendly. You know how we introduce people at dispatch? Train this person until they quit.
Who this?
Who this?
That's right, Captain Smoke Show.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Blue is coming in as a field cadet, which means he'll be doing his academy training on the job.
Can I?
Is that realistic, Kief? Can you just bypass the academy and just go straight to field work, and that's how you become a firefighter?
I mean, you have to go through some type of academy to get your state certifications now. So, I mean, you're going through classes and you're doing your hands-on training and stuff, at school or whatever. But most departments like mine, because I'm a suburban department and smaller, we have we'll put you on either a 1 week or a 2 week, 40-hour work schedule, I guess. That way you're working with each crew, and we've got a packet that you'll go through and check off, but it's not like an academy.
And that's 40 hours a month, right?
40 hours a week.
Oh, John, for your just for your reference, I was in the early 90s compared to Chris O'Donnell. He was my doppelganger, or vice versa.
He's getting some stem cells or something that you're maybe missing out on.
And when you said it was Chris O'Donnell, I didn't recognize him. He looked completely different from when he was Robin.
And I can't believe, by the way, or actually, I can't wait for the moment when that firehouse goes on sale for someone to convert into a home, because that's a gorgeous firehouse.
It's a wedding venue. Are you kidding me? It's beautiful. I will also mention, just for the sake of the show, you cannot hire someone to be on a show who's good enough to be a stripper and then put him in a classroom for however long that would take. That would be a shame. Well, let's keep going.
Don't anyone going easy on him just because he's my son.
Uh-oh. Nepotism. That's realistic, right?
Oh, shit. Yep.
So here's the other thing. So that's Captain Hart there, is played by Robin, as you mentioned. The man standing there with the mug, that's also Lieutenant Hart. He is the legitimate son of Captain Hart. So we already have nepotism here. Here the captain and the lieutenant are father and son. And now the cadet is also, he's like the wayward, illegitimate stripper son. So nepotism from the very top to the very bottom of this department. I don't know how any of these other young, sexy, diverse women expect to get a fair shake in what is obviously a nepotistic boys club.
The tangled webs.
But very realistic, right, Kief? I mean, your dad brought you in, and you hope to someday have a stripper son that you will bring in, correct?
He's somewhere out there. I'm just waiting to find him.
It's just a bunch of fathers and sons sitting around.
Pause. Go back. His what now?
911, what's your emergency?
You gotta help. The stage just blew over on Kane Brown.
So Kane Brown he's a singer. And I don't think I could even edit this out, but he is portrayed as being very helpful and heroic in this whole scene. But Kief, a tornado has hit an outdoor concert. So get ready to strap in and give us some professional advice on what you would do.
Okay, race as far as we go. Grab all the gear you can carry. We're going to hook it in from here. Dispatch 113, first on scene. You need to send everyone you can, and you need to send them right now.
Copy 113, 110.
Very realistic. You do not wait to be cleared before you just blurt on the radio, right, Kief?
Depending, that happens quite often.
All right, so the wind has blown down the lights and all the fixtures and everything for the stage, and they said, we need every firefighter that you can possibly send, so the dispatcher's going to send them out.
116 and USAR are en route. They all know you're the IC. And be advised, a tornado has touched down in the area.
That is how that works. There's a screen, and it just says tornado warning, and it's flashing on there. It's literally how that works.
PPEs for the high limbs. Anyone that can walk and get in that building.
Cat, I'm taking a team and starting triage.
Taylor, you go with.
How far out's that tornado?
We're like 2 miles. Moving at 10 miles per hour north, which means
It's coming right at us.
But there's still people down there.
all right, we're gonna do everything we can. I need you to take shelter inside that building, all right?
Okay.
Hang in there, folks. We're gonna get you out of here, all right?
Dispatch, I see. We have an unknown number of trapped victims. We can't access them until we hoist the stage off them. Advise all arriving companies to hand carry in winch and pulley systems. We need to lift this thing.
Mass casualty situation, people trapped, crushed under some kind of architecture here. Also, somewhat realistic, I think, is, their inability to portray this as a real rainy day. They have some water coming down, clearly the sun's shining, but a huge, massive F5 tornado is just like blocks away. Kief, are you actually going to get out of your truck, bring every single firefighter in the city into a mass casualty incident where a tornado is bearing down?
Absolutely not. when I was brand new part-time, we had an F4 go through my community where I lived and where I was working. And yeah, that's not the way that worked.
It doesn't make sense to put more people in danger. You have to actually treat it as a situation where you have to preserve as much life as possible. Yes, it's not good that people are trapped. Yes, you do need to get them out of there. But if the tornado literally is coming your way and it's bearing down at you, what you risk by sending every single firefighter in the city out to help with this mass casualty incident is not having any more firefighters.
Exactly. Way more casualties and non-trained personnel to be able to help.
All right. Evacuating the area, unfortunately, leaving people behind. Very sad, but that's what you would have to do. And Drew, you would do that without compunction. Is that correct?
I would. And I just wonder how the fire department does this. So maybe you can answer this, Chief Kief. But when you're running towards the stage and the hurricane is bearing down on you, how do you hear, when somebody's just shouting commands like, you go with them and you go.
Right.
Because especially if you have the thing on. So
I think what's shocking is that we clearly have a huge concert for Kane Brown, who's everyone's favorite musician here. But there's not police there already. I mean,
right.
Well,
you would think that would have been called in a little bit sooner.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you'd think that there would be police officers there to help, or a police officer trapped, someone in peril, someone that could be saved by a firefighter. But oddly, there are no police officers at this event.
I mean, with that, like real quick, like if you had a little bit of time and you had walking wounded, they threw the triage term out there, and you just start yelling at people, get in the building, and then you try to put your fire truck somewhere where it's somewhat covered. I don't know. When I was involved with our tornado, I worked the night before at my other part-time department, and we were getting calls, and literally, I mean, we were driving next to it, but I mean, it was like probably 8 miles away, but you could see it, and you could see like the utility poles getting pulled out of the ground. So guess what? We went further away.
Right.
Wait for it to settle down, and then just get ready to hunker down, and you're going to be working for a while.
But, if you are just going to go ahead and be stupid and call in every single firefighter that you can, aren't you also going to employ any police officer that's there? I mean, you're going to give them stuff to do, because a police officer, even though they can't make fire wet or calm someone who's screaming help, you can give a police officer something to do, right?
Or police officers can't listen to firemen whatsoever. Anyway.
Or, Drew, I'm sure you'll tell me this is realistic. And police, wake up every day with murder on their minds. They could at least go out there and put some of the victims out of their misery, couldn't they?
More than likely, they would put a few people down.
Thank you. I appreciate you admitting that.
Copy you, I see.
They should be landing any second.
Right, yeah. Get out the thermal. Let's try and figure out where everyone is in this pile.
Okay, yeah, I'm on it.
Blue, walk with me.
What can I do?
You're going to be on H2O.
But there's no fire.
Keith, is that realistic? You got a rookie on scene. It's literally his first thing that he's ever done. He's a cadet. He hasn't even been to the academy for some reason. Giving him a nonsense job to get him out of the way. In this scenario, is that at all realistic? I mean, we've all told the rookie to just basically go lock themselves in a closet.
That's what I would tell him, to go find a closet. Just
but, couldn't you maybe have him go hold the hand of a child or something? I mean, there are things to do, right?
So it doesn't blow away.
I guess. I don't know. All right, let's keep going.
All arriving companies, be advised.
You'll have less than 10 minutes before that twister hits.
That'll make it easier to hear too.
Daddy.
Yeah, you could totally understand everyone talking with a tornado siren right next to you. But someone has been down this entire time.
Daddy, wake up.
Hey, get him on the light pack. What's your name, honey?
Sophia.
He's showing signs of tachycardia.
Pause it.
You're just mad, aren't you?
I'm infuriated right now. I am infuriated right now.
That's Sophia.
So the life pack is the model of the heart monitor. It's Physio Life Pack. That's our heart monitor. She put a pulse oximeter on his finger that'll give you pulse and oxygen saturation, but will not give you a heart rhythm. But all of a sudden, now, I mean, if his heart rate is fast, you just call it tachycardia. But when you're calling out an arrhythmia, He's in tachycardia. All right, yeah. So his pulse is up, grabbing that. But the fact that like they made it so definitive, the way they did it, it just pisses me off. There's no electrodes on him, so like you can't actually see what his heart's doing.
Well, I mean, it's raining. Are you going to get good contacts with electrodes? Is that something you would even attempt if water's coming down like it is?
Oh, I'd have moved him. I'd have moved him from there and put him somewhere dry, and then start working him. Figure it out. But whatever. That's
all right. But Kief, let's see how the real heroes would handle it, please.
That's right, please.
What is that? Jugular vein distension.
Kief, is jugular veins distended? What do you make out of that?
Distension.
So he's got trauma, which jugular vein distension. It's your jugular veins are bulging out, and then sometimes they'll shift. You'll get trachea deviation for certain traumas. So obviously something. I think it's a traumatic injury.
I think that's medical for he's fucked up. Let's keep going.
It means blood's not getting back to his heart. Lungs are struggling to refill. I need a 14-gauge decompression needle. What's wrong with him? Well, sometimes when we get an owie in our chest, it can fill up with so much air that our lungs can't breathe. So we drain it.
Kief?
No, that's exactly. He probably has a tension pneumothorax, so they're gonna put the needle in his chest and decompress his chest.
Can you diagnose that this quickly?
With the jugular vein distension, yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna explain all that to his little daughter who's just watching, right?
Well,
I should be like, he has an owie. He has an owie.
Poor Sophia. She's been through so much. She's looking at this, her daddy dying, and she was just like picked up by a kite not more than 2 days ago, and it was sunny out.
You notice that they saved a little money on the budget. It's literally her.
I was not.
All right, let's go.
Daddy! He's back in sinus.
Sophia.
So what the hell happened to him that that is what the hell happened to him?
I'm assuming he had some sort of. I don't know if I'm trying to tell by the scene if he was under the stage rigging, like if it fell and hit his chest, and all that is they're clearing up a collapsed lung is all they're doing.
But he's fine now, huh?
Well, it doesn't necessarily go. Oh, here I am,
Sophia.
Sophia,
I just saw your mother.
How was your kite ride?
I walked the light and saw your mom. She said she never loved you.
Anyway, he's free to live a life of religious fulfillment. So now they're going to be using winches and pulleys, and they're going to try to set up a system here, Kief, even with the tornado bearing down, a complex web of retraction equipment in order to lift the felled scaffolding. Here we go.
Come on, string these trusses up. We got 8 minutes to get this thing off these people. We gotta hustle, boys. We gotta hustle. Faster, faster.
Is that something you're going to just say? Just get on your radio to all units, go faster.
It's Christ.
Because that's what I know, Kief, I know that you're a lieutenant, you're not a captain. So it's like that might be in your final test to get the captain, just scream, go faster at people here, like Chris O'Donnell.
I've only got 2 more years. I'm not even worried about it.
All right, let's keep going.
We're coming for you. How many you got? I got 3 on the ground, 5 on the thermal.
Kief, you're going to use the thermal in this situation to locate victims?
You could. I would think you could look through all the.
I would think that just looking in daylight, you would be able to
eyeballs work pretty damn well.
Right. There is rain, and he's trying to look through at a small screen to see what's there. I don't know if it. I have no idea.
Thermals. Maybe not a bad idea, but you should be able. Just looking at it in all reality, you should be able to just look through the braces and see.
Yeah, Chief Kief, there's a lot of metal and electronic stuff and rain. Would that make a difference?
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't be touching any of that shit. And it's amazing to me how fast they got all that rigging equipment up, because high angle rescues or hoisting operations.
Well,
and I don't know how many if you've seen Drew, or I don't know if you've seen that in the field or not, but it's not a very fast process.
And it's only taken 2 minutes. You got to remember they had 10 minutes until the tornado got there, and now
and it also is usually like I'm not a what we call the God Squad is all the rope experts and this and that. I know enough to get me in trouble, but like I'm not an expert in any of that stuff. It's just not something that grabbed me. And the avenues that I went down through my fire career. But that stuff does not get set up very, very quickly. So it's
what I'm doing in this situation as a real 911 dispatcher is once units are on scene, I will go ahead and make a panini. It is lunchtime for me. I'm done. I don't have anything to do.
We gotta go faster, boys. That twister's coming. Get those winches ready.
So they're passing out water, getting everyone. How about that knot work, Kief? I struggled so hard to find anything in this that's realistic. Please tell me that's a good knot.
That is. That's that one right there is a clove hitch with the safety.
Yeah.
But you have to, like, when you finish it off, you have to go, ooh. That's how you know it's good.
Right. The rabbit went around the tree, down the hole, and
that's a bowling.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. If you don't know a knot, tie a lot.
I think it's a double Windsor.
Here we go.
Pulleys all in place, I see.
You good? All right, all companies on my count. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Raise it up!
And the winch turns on, it starts retracting, and it's all working out perfectly. But
all kinds of neat equipment.
It's working.
It's not enough juice. Everybody, we need more juice.
More juice, Kief.
Where do we get more juice from?
Let's go! No, we're already redlining as is! I don't care, we don't have enough time!
Where was
that'll come out in the OSHA report.
Where was all this equipment when the pedal bar flipped over?
Right.
Yeah. No, they use stripper grease for that. I don't know why they're not all issued stripper grease now, because now they could pull the people.
That
out.
one is standard issue.
Yeah, this should be a stripper grease situation here.
Maybe it's because of the rain. Maybe the viscosity of stripper grease is too low,
Yeah.
It dilutes it down.
Speaking of OSHA, I have to imagine that since strippers are required to get greased up when they perform, if a fire apparatus engages in the club and the sprinklers turn on, that grease has to come off quickly. The grease has to be flammable as well. So I'm sure it's just an OSHA thing, like Kief alluded to. So they're going to continue to win. Everything blows up with a puff of smoke.
Our pulley stalled. Any more muscle? Any teams you can send out here?
Not before that twister hits. It's gonna be on top of you in 5 minutes. I suggest you all seek shelter until it passes.
Well, what about all the people stuck underneath?
Let's just hope it misses them.
Hope is a terrible strategy, Cammy.
Where in the hell did Chris O'Donnell get a Southern twang, for one? That's the first question that I have.
He is an actor.
I like John. You give advice like this all the time, right? Like he's like, well, what about the people underneath? And the dispatcher's like, they're just gonna have to wait out the tornado. Like,
leave them for dead. I've said that on the air many, many times.
What you want me to do here? I can't perform miracles. I'm not Harry Potter.
Occasionally, I do have to give some kind of advice or talk about limited resources or some. I mean, yeah, this has come up before, but we're not going to have sarcastic back and forth like hope is a terrible strategy. That's not a meaningful thing. When you key on the radio, it's because you're actually sending some kind of important information. Otherwise, you're using a channel that should be open for actual emergency traffic. So for them to be bantering back and forth about hopelessness as a hopefulness as a strategy, yes, that's not realistic.
Well, and the whole key to your statement right there is you're sending useful information. And I think it's across the country, probably across the world, of people that love to talk on the radio and not give anything pertinent. They give you everything that you don't need to hear.
Yeah, or speaking in codes at this point, like it's plain English.
Yeah. I mean, we might use a few light codes. We would say, 10-4 is always in play, but like there's, where we have no additional units, everyone's out of position. And then the IC would just say 10-4. I mean, we wouldn't, the whole we're fucked thing wouldn't get sent on the air, I mean, lawsuits are going to come out of this, right? So we're not going to record, our thoughts and feelings that are going on at the time. Let's keep going, Kief. We got to figure out how they're going to lift the scaffolding off these people in less than 5 minutes to save this tornado. And you may, if you want to take out a notebook or something, there's no shame in that.
Yeah. I agree, but right now I can't offer you a better one.
Stop! What do you want to do? We lift! All companies, I don't care what you're doing. Drop what you're doing. All hands to the stage now.
That's us, Blue. Come on.
That's right. All hands means all firefighters, even the stripper. So their strategy is...
How big he is, though? He can lift that stage probably by himself.
It's true. He should be out there lifting. But Kief, these winches and these pulleys failed to do it using mechanical advantage. So human beings are definitely going to be able to lift this, right?
Right.
And having them leave the shelter, going back outside.
That's Officer 101 right there.
All right, here we go. All right, everyone's running outside. All fire department members of the entire Nashville Fire Department are all staging along this.
1, 2, lift! Keep it going!
There's no way! It's still heavy, Cat!
Again, let's go! 1, 2, lift!
Just on a quick count, 35 fire personnel there, and even with the fast forwarding, that still would not happen.
No, you could not get them out there fast enough. But here's Kane Brown, who is throwing the concert.
Yeah.
He sees what's happening. He can't abide his fans getting wiped away. So he's gonna have some inspiration here from Kane Brown. Have you guys ever heard any music by him? Because I didn't know he existed before the show.
I know who he is. I couldn't name a song. I mean, once I hear it, I would know it's him. But
he said, I think he's had better success writing. But yeah, I know who Kane Brown is. Sure.
All right, you have both shamed me. Thank you.
Shame Brown.
Here we go. He's gonna get some good ideas.
Guys, I need everybody's hand. I need everybody. They need help. Come on. Come on.
So all the people we just rescued are now going to go outside and help.
Let's make a bad situation worse.
Grab whatever you can. Grab whatever you can.
On my call. 3, 2, 1, lift!
Even Kane Brown is lifting.
Let's make sure we get a good camera shot of him showing his muscles.
Yeah, and Kief, you know what? If you did really have to resort to 40-year-old mom powers, we could see in this shot. If you really were going to resort to some sort of organized human effort to lift the scaffold, wouldn't you still be using some kind of levers wherever you could find them or something? I mean, wouldn't you be trying? I mean, I get it. This is total chaos, tornado bearing down, and you're just going to bring everyone out of the shelter and bring them out here to attempt to save those scant few left behind, and you're going to use mom power. Wouldn't you still try to set up some kind of lever or something? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. At this point, like with this, watching Chris O'Donnell stare down the tornado like he was going to scare it away, I'm kind of lost now at this point.
Hey, both of those things are pretty stormy. So let's keep going. Like I said, we'll watch 40-year-old mom feats of strength here, putting firefighter fitness standards to shame. Right away.
Right there. You know what? The power of prayer and the power of community.
That's it! Get him out of there! We good? Lower it down!
Thank you!
Don, you gotta go. That tornado's almost on you.
All fire companies get the civilians inside and shelter!
Let's go!
Go! Help! You hear that?
Help!
Give me that.
Help!
There.
Please, somebody help me!
Right there.
Help! I didn't think to look up!
He didn't look up.
It's not-
Kief, the sound and light people are still trapped up there. You forgot to rescue them this entire time.
God,
idiots!
What a failure.
And now you've got a high angle rescue that you have to complete in the midst of this buried down tornado. You thought you saved everyone. Idiot, you were wrong. You saved no one.
And faulty equipment that you can't use for your high angle rescue.
Yes. Here we go.
You can kick yourself later. Right now, get a ladder and get up there. Yeah, I'm on it.
Cap, what can we do?
I need you back in the shelter.
No.
Anyone with paramedic training needs to be in there with them. Now, that includes you too, Taylor. Go.
Let's go.
Blue. You afraid of heights?
Kief, do you think this is a question he should have asked him before making him a firefighter?
Probably.
Are you afraid of heights? It will come up at some point.
You are going to have to answer that question.
I mean, even the obstacle course has a second level on it. So, I mean, you'd think that he would have asked this at a certain point. Are you afraid of heights? Are you afraid of heights, Kief?
I'm not afraid. I mean, I'm not a fan. I mean, I can do what needs to be done, but it's one of those that if I can take stairs, I'd rather do that than take a ladder. But if I have to go up the ladder, I have to go up the ladder.
No stairs here. It's time for heroics from the stripper. Send him up the ladder. And to be honest,
let's throw him up an aluminum ladder up even higher in the sky with lightning and whatnot. That's fantastic as well.
Right, but you're looking at this from a commander's point of view, and that's good. Okay, I could tell you've commanded many scenes and you're aware of a lot of like incidental dangers. However, this man has almost no training. If you're going to lose anyone on the scene, you might as well lose the guy you have sunk in 0 hours worth of training into. So absolutely send him up the ladder.
0 money and 0 hours of time.
Yeah, I mean, his paperwork's probably not even done yet. You'll save yourself some man hours on that. Hopefully something bad does happen to this guy. Let's get going. Up the ladder, Blue.
No, sir. Good boy. Let's go.
Good boy.
Help!
So the paramedics there that were told to bed down with the rest of these survivors, we know that they have many injuries. We had a guy who literally had a collapsed lung. There's got to be at least lacerations, acute back pain, slight headaches inside going on. They're just laying down and watching though. So that's what you could expect from your, I mean, I don't want to say anything.
Well, it's
I knew where you were going to go.
2025. So there's a lot of anxiety.
Yes, they're anxious. Thank you. That's a real medical condition, and I appreciate that they've at least gotten very low. They're much more safe now. And since we were pulling them out earlier and putting them back into danger, at least we're doing something here. Here we go. It's the end. How will it turn out? Oh my God! It's the end.
Another Kite situation.
It's Chris O'Donnell versus his worst fear, the tornado. Oh my God! What an episode! We'll have to be back here next week for the second one, which we probably will not do. Drew, I needed to have a serious conversation with you.
Please do.
This is a situation in which there would be police officers involved in real life. I mean, if we can distill out the crap and just say, well, there's a mass casualty incident, something has happened at a outdoor concert, we could maybe call it an earthquake or something. I don't know, somewhere where you're actually, you're going to send somebody in. There's no police officers here. What do you think it means for our culture that our network executives and our streaming services are reluctant to show police officers as heroic to the point where they're not even included in a show about emergency first responders?
The inclusivity does not include police officers. They're not allowed to admit that police officers are heroes, which I completely get. I completely understand. And because everyone knows, just like here on the screen, the police officer is going to overshadow the firefighter. And this is about 911 and firefighters in Nashville fire. So this is not, this is not Blue Bloods or Chicago Blue or Boston Blue or whatever blue we're on right now. This is about Nashville 911 and firefighters. So I get it. I understand it. I understand why they'd be intimidated to
But the original show has Angela Bassett in it as like an LAPD sergeant. I mean, these shows have had cops in them.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it whatsoever.
What, having cops in them?
No, that they're not cops in it. I feel that you are slighted as a law enforcement official on this podcast. You have been slighted, and I don't like it. And I will send a strongly worded email.
Thank you, because I've made peace with it.
I don't know. I guess I just feel like, in my own lifetime, how has the culture shifted? I remember watching Law and Order in its first seasons when police were seen as the system working and personal responsibility for doing the wrong thing. Even though you have a morally gray situation, you have a perpetrator being brought to justice by complicated but competent people. The TV show Cops, every Saturday night, we were sweating it out on the couch watching Cops.
That show.
And now, we have a show that's called 911, and we don't even show a police officer for an entire hour in multiple situations in which police officers will be present.
Well, to be clear too, John, I mean, if you show Cops, that means you have to cut something out of the script, and there's no way you're cutting strippers. You know what I mean? Like firefighters and strippers are.
But what makes me sad is that the cop stripper is like the ultimate archetype. Like everyone can relate to that. I mean, wasn't it possible that we should have made a character become a cop? Because like that's we could still see that as a redemption arc, can't we?
Yeah. I'm here to search you.
Maybe it's just not realistic because if a stripper has a heart of gold, he could never become a police officer. I don't know.
That's true.
All right. Well, thank you guys, both of you, for breaking down this excellent and realistic episode. We appreciate it. Next week, we will be breaking down Star Wars. We're going to have a real life freighter captain here to tell us how realistic that movie is. Kief, you've got a little network and a little show over there. One more and I'm out of here. How can people who are watching the Comm Center find you?
You can hit us on YouTube, Instagram. Currently, we are in Facebook jail, so we're not able to go live on Facebook. We're in Facebook jail for a month.
That's how you know it's a good show if Facebook won't tolerate you. Kief, we appreciate you coming on the show and lending your expertise. And
I missed you guys.
Yes, I've missed you too. But make sure that the real takeaway from this is the stripper grease. Make sure you're passing that out to your guys.
I'm heading to Walgreens right now as soon as we get done here, and I'm going to put it in my gear on Thursday.
2 surprises, not at all, that you know where to buy stripper grease and that it's Walgreens. Not surprised by either one of those.
Stripper grease. The knockoff. If you go into our comments, you'll see our link to stripper oil.
Yes, make sure that you're getting nothing but legitimate stripper oil. And do leave a comment below. Thank you guys for watching this bizarre episode. Look for us on our platforms. Watch our back catalog of excellent episodes that are generally more serious than this. But Drew, it's been amazing. Thanks for this episode.
Every good true crime story starts with a 911 call.
That's correct.
Every exciting emergency drama has no police officers in it anymore.
Nothing but and scaffolding.
Yes.